Archangel Michael is trying to reach you right now. And if you're hearing this, it's not a coincidence. A powerful lawyer is on their way into your life, and two things will vanish within the next 3 days. Michael says, you were not supposed to know this until now. If your soul feels even the smallest chill, if something in your chest just whispered, "This message is for me," then pause for a second right now and subscribe, because this isn't just a video. This is a divine lifeline. You weren't meant to scroll, you were meant to receive. The moment you subscribe, it becomes your agreement with heaven, a signal that says, "God, I'm ready." Now breathe in. Something sacred is about to unfold, and once you hear it, nothing in your life will ever be the same again. Archangel Michael is trying to reach you. A powerful lawyer is coming, and two things will disappear in 3 days. You were not supposed to know this until now, but heaven couldn't wait any longer. Someone has been praying for you behind closed doors, whispering your name in sacred places you've never stepped into. And tonight, the veil got thin enough for the message to slip through. That's why you're here. That's why your eyes met this message at this exact second. Not by accident, not by coincidence, but because destiny is unfolding right now like a scroll unraveling in God's own hand. Michael has been standing beside you since the moment you almost gave up last time. Yes, that night, the one you told no one about, the night you whispered, "God, if you're real, show me." This is it. This is the showing, but it's not soft. It's not subtle. It's an urgent push from heaven because time has begun to compress. 3 days, that's all. In 3 days, two things will be removed from your life that have been blocking your peace for years. And a lawyer, not just any lawyer, but one sent with divine instruction, is going to open a door you didn't even know was locked. But you must be ready, and you must listen, even when the words feel too heavy for your heart. Someone tried to hide the truth from you. That's why the phrase echoes, "You were not supposed to know this until now." Because if you had known earlier, you might have run, or you might have doubted yourself so deeply that the miracle wouldn't land. But Archangel Michael waited. He waited until your spirit was cracked open just wide enough for the truth to slip in. And that truth is this: God is orchestrating something behind your back that will change your name in spiritual circles. You've been known as the struggler, the overlooked one, the misunderstood soul. But now, even the angels are calling you by a new title. The protected one, the watched over one, the one that was hidden for a reason. Don't skip this, not again, because the lawyer that's coming, he carries something more than legal help. He carries secrets. He carries signatures written in ink and in fire. There is a contract in the spirit realm that's being dissolved. Someone tried to bind you to sorrow, but heaven is dissolving that link. That's the first thing that's going to disappear. That emotional anchor, gone. The second thing, the fear of stepping into your full power. It's leaving your energy field so fast you might feel dizzy in the next 72 hours. Don't panic. It's your old self shedding like cracked armor. Let it fall, because what's replacing it is something you were born with but forgot how to wear. Divine authority. Listen. Heaven never warns unless there's something precious to protect. And right now, the reason this feels so intense is because something very holy is being aligned in your favor. Michael is in motion. His sword has been drawn for you, not in anger but in protection, to cut away what no longer belongs to you. And you may start seeing strange signs after this message. Glitches, a phone call from a private number, a bird staring at you too long, dreams that feel like movies. That's how the realm speaks when the veil is lifting. Don't ignore it. Every odd moment is a breadcrumb back to the path you were chosen for. And yes, you were chosen not because you're perfect, but because you are willing. Your pain has been your proof. Heaven saw what you didn't say. God heard the prayer you buried under fake smiles. Michael watched every time you held back tears to keep others comfortable. And now it's your turn, your justice, your moment. That's why a legal figure is being divinely assigned. Even if it's not about court, this person brings clarity, closure, and chains breaking in places your hands couldn't reach. You might know them already, or they may show up out of nowhere. But when they do, something inside you will recognize it. This is what heaven meant. If this message is reaching your heart, then pause and subscribe. You were meant to receive this. There are no accidents in the divine timeline. Your spirit led you here because God wanted your soul to remember. You are not alone in this. You never were. Now listen closely. In the next 24 hours, someone will try to test your faith. It might be a message that unsettles you, a person who tries to make you second-guess yourself. Don't bite the bait. That's the resistance before release. That's the enemy's last whisper before your breakthrough roars. You'll feel tempted to shrink back, but that's when you remember this. Michael is near, and God's instruction has already been released. It cannot be undone. Your only job now is to say yes. Yes to letting go. Yes to receiving what's coming. Yes to trusting the unfolding, even when it scares you. And here's the part no one told you. Your name is being mentioned in rooms you haven't walked into yet. Someone is advocating for you without you even knowing. A powerful soul is being drawn to your light, and no, they don't want anything from you. They were sent to bless, not drain. That's the kind of reversal that's happening. What used to come as harm now comes as help. What used to delay now accelerates. The very timelines are shifting for your favor, and Michael is not coming quietly. There's thunder in the spirit, and your name is etched in the storm. Don't just sit in this. Feel it. Let it echo through your bones. Let it sink into the places you stopped believing. You are going to witness something unfold that you won't be able to explain. But you'll know it's divine because the peace that follows will not feel earthly. It will be a peace that makes no sense, a peace that floods even when nothing on the outside has changed. That's how you'll know the shift has started. Good, because heaven isn't finished speaking yet. Archangel Michael hasn't lowered his sword. He's still standing in front of you, shielding you from something you didn't even know was about to hit. That's how much you're being loved right now. Protection is happening before the danger even reaches your eyes. That powerful lawyer coming. They're not just arriving with papers or words. They carry an assignment written in fire, a divine reversal of something that once broke you in silence, a delay you never spoke about, a denial you pretended didn't hurt. But Michael knew, God knew, and now they're setting the record straight in both heaven and on earth. And in 3 days, your name, your energy, your path, it's going to feel lighter. 2 things will disappear, yes, but let me tell you this. They are not things you need to mourn. They are things heaven had to remove so you could breathe again. One will feel like a person pulling away. The other will be something internal, a thought pattern, a loop, a belief that maybe you're not enough. But you are. You always were. And now those old lies have no permission to stay. The eviction notice has been signed in the heavenlies, and Archangel Michael is enforcing it on your behalf. You're probably feeling it already. That strange pressure in your chest, the goosebumps for no reason, the way this message keeps tugging at something deep inside you, like it knows your story even when no one else does. That's not random. That's the divine confirmation. You are receiving angelic energy as you hear this. Michael's presence doesn't come softly. It comes with intensity because heaven doesn't waste time when it's your season. And this is your season. Finally, fully, fearlessly. You'll begin to notice people falling out of your life, and for the first time, it won't hurt the same way. You won't beg them to stay. You'll thank them for leaving. You'll sense the air shifting, like something sacred is brushing past your skin when you walk alone. That's the angelic realm realigning your frequency, making room for people who don't just like your light but protect it, celebrate it, match it. And this lawyer, this unexpected arrival, they are the first of many divine appointments. You might not even see them as a lawyer at first, but their words will carry the weight of justice, and their arrival will shake something loose from your past that has been stuck too long. Listen closely. You were not forgotten. You were hidden. There's a difference. Hidden until the right moment. Protected from energies that would have ruined you too soon. You think you were overlooked, but heaven was shielding you because if you had walked into your promise before the right hour, the wrong hands would have tried to claim it. But now the timing is divine. The clock of heaven is ticking in your favor. Every delay was a setup. Every no was really a not yet. And now the yes is about to be loud, unmistakable, undeniable, unstoppable. Something sacred is happening in your house. Don't be surprised if you feel the atmosphere shift, like the air is heavy or holy. That's Michael arriving. He often steps into your space before you even realize it. A flicker of light, a shadow that moves differently, a sudden cold breeze. Don't ignore it. Say this aloud. Michael, I receive what heaven is sending. That simple sentence, it's your verbal agreement with the miracle. Say it now. Say it again when doubt creeps in. That's your spiritual signature. And I need you to understand this next part clearly. Someone was speaking against your name. They didn't think it would ever reach heaven, but it did. And instead of punishing them, heaven elevated you. That's the kind of justice that confuses the enemy. When your name is slandered in secret but rewarded in public. Watch how the very people who tried to bury you will now witness your bloom. And it won't be pride that fills your heart, it will be peace. That's the power of divine reversal, and it's starting today. Remember the two things Michael said will disappear. Don't chase them when they leave. Let them go. Let God replace them. Your hands must be empty to carry what's next. You can't hold new miracles with clenched fists of the past. And when you feel like you're losing, remind yourself, heaven never takes without giving back double. This loss is not punishment. It's pruning, it's preparation. The branch was heavy and rotten. Now it's time for the fruit. And if tears come, let them. Your soul is cleansing. When your body trembles for no reason, know this. The old energy is being extracted. You're not going crazy. You're being cleared. You're being anointed. You're being set apart. And when that powerful lawyer shows up, whether in a meeting, a message, a moment, you will remember this message and say, heaven warned me. Heaven prepared me. I'm ready now. You are stepping into a divine alignment so big even your past self wouldn't believe it if they saw it. But you know now. And you are being asked to trust what you can't see more than what you've been taught to fear, because what's ahead isn't scary. It's sacred, but only if you allow it, only if you stop running from your calling and finally walk in it with boldness. And when the signs come, and they will come, don't dismiss them. Numbers repeating, names whispered in your dreams, songs that sound like messages, a stranger who says something oddly familiar. That's how the veil gets thinner. That's how angels speak when heaven is urgent. And heaven is very, very urgent right now. You were not supposed to know this until now, but now that you do, everything is shifting. You are being watched over, guided, loved more than you've ever been able to understand. Don't skip. Don't doubt, and don't stop here. Good, stay with me. You're not just hearing a message, you're receiving a transfer, a spiritual shift. A visitation is unfolding in real time right now. There are angelic forces hovering near you, pressing warmth against your shoulders, whispering things your human ears can't catch but your soul feels deeply. Archangel Michael is closer than he's ever been before, and the moment you decide to truly receive this, something ancient within you begins to awaken. You felt it your whole life, that sense that you're meant for something beyond ordinary. You were never built for average. That's why life never let you rest in comfort too long. Every time you tried to settle, something shook it up. Every time you thought, this must be it, the ground trembled beneath you. That wasn't punishment. That was heaven refusing to let you bury your power. And now, in this moment, with the lawyer approaching and these 3 days opening up like a holy corridor, you're finally ready to walk through the threshold you were born for. But first, you must release the lie that you are behind. You're not late. You're not broken. You're not too far gone. That voice in your head telling you it's too late, that isn't God. That's fear impersonating your past. But the truth is, God has been preparing your moment all along, even in your heartbreaks, even in your betrayals, even in your losses, especially in your losses. Because every tear you've cried has watered the very soil your breakthrough is growing from. And now the garden is blooming. You may not see the fruit yet, but the roots are strong. The lawyer's arrival is the confirmation your harvest is not just promised, it's near. Let me tell you something deep. Not everyone will celebrate this shift. When your light turns on fully, some people will shield their eyes. They've gotten used to you dimming yourself. They liked you smaller, quieter, more manageable. But God didn't make you to be manageable. He made you to be magnificent. And Michael isn't stepping in so you can keep tiptoeing through life. He's here to help you rise, reclaim, and roar. So here's what you must do. When the shift begins, trust the strange. Trust the unexpected call. Trust the cancellation that frees your time. Trust the no that clears your path. Because in divine timing, rejection is often redirection, and your steps are being divinely rerouted, not because the original plan failed, but because the upgraded one is finally ready. Now let me prepare you for this. The next 72 hours may come with emotional waves. You may feel exhausted. You may cry out of nowhere. You may even feel like old doubts are resurfacing. Don't panic. That's just the residue of your past being cleared. When the light comes in, it stirs the dust. Let it rise. Let it clear. Don't resist the emotions. Let them pass through. They are not your enemies. They are signals, indicators that the old cycle is closing. And when it does, you will breathe easier than you have in years. Remember, 2 things are going to disappear. You don't need to know exactly what they are yet. You don't need to control this. You just need to trust. When they leave, don't mourn. Bless them. Thank them for what they taught you, then release them to God, because what's coming is better, purer, more aligned with the real you, the version of you that God designed before the world tried to edit your soul. And about that lawyer, don't fixate on the label. The lawyer may be someone legal, yes, but they may also come as a spiritual advocate, a messenger, a person of influence sent to speak favor over your name. Watch closely. They'll come with calm. Their words will feel like closure. And when you speak to them, something will click inside your chest, a knowing, a sacred silence. You'll feel safe, not just seen. That's how you'll know this is from God. If you're still here, still reading this, I want you to pause for just a second and breathe. Let that breath fill your chest. Feel how sacred this moment is. You're not alone in this room. Even if your eyes don't see them, your spirit knows something holy is happening. You're not the same person who began this message. Your energy has already shifted. Your angels have already moved, and heaven has already recorded your yes. This isn't just a message. It's a spiritual contract being sealed in your soul. And I say this again. If this message is reaching your heart, then pause and subscribe. You were meant to receive this, not just today, but whenever heaven needs to speak. Let this be the door it uses. Let your spirit stay open. Let the messages continue finding you in the exact second you need them most. Now, breathe again, because I have to tell you something sacred, and I need your full presence to receive it. Someone from your past, someone you thought was gone, is going to remember you suddenly. Not out of guilt, not out of coincidence, but because heaven is nudging their heart. Before I continue, my beloved child, allow me to pause, for there is a sacred secret I've kept just for you, and now is the moment I choose to reveal it. You've been chosen. A special prayer awaits. The wait for financial blessing is over. Something divine is unfolding, and it's connected directly to you. A special prayer, one filled with the power to unlock miraculous blessings and financial abundance, has been sent just for you. But the clock is ticking. This opportunity won't last forever. Have you been noticing the signs, the unexpected coincidences, that unshakable feeling deep inside that something is about to change in your life? That's not random. It's God's way of leading you to this very moment. Don't let this slip away. Click the link in the description or comments section to unlock the secret and receive your personal prayer. The door to divine blessings is open, but it won't stay open forever. Will you step into the gates of prosperity? This is your moment. Don't let hesitation hold you back from the breakthrough God has prepared just for you. My beloved child, now is the time to act. Step forward in faith. God bless you. They'll speak your name in a moment of reflection, and something will stir inside them. It may not mean they'll come back, but it will mean that your story isn't forgotten, and you'll get clarity, the kind you've been silently begging God for. Don't chase it. Let it come because it's on the way. You might even find yourself drawn to places you haven't visited in years. Childhood locations, old journals, memories that resurface randomly. That's not nostalgia. That's spiritual rewiring. Michael is realigning your energetic blueprint, making sure that when the blessing lands, it lands in a healed heart, not a haunted one. And lastly, know this: you're not waiting for your miracle, you're walking in it. The very fact that you're alive right now, that you found this message in the flood of distractions, is proof. Archangel Michael did not beg heaven for your deliverance just for you to scroll past it. He stood in the courts of God and said your name, not once, not quietly, but boldly, fiercely, like a guardian who refuses to let you fall. Then let's go deeper because heaven's not done yet. Archangel Michael is still here, hovering, covering, and commanding. You may feel like crying for no reason soon. Let it happen. That's not weakness. That's your spirit releasing the residue of every lie spoken over you. That's your soul making space for truth, real truth, the kind that sets you free. The kind that reminds you you were never alone, never forgotten, never without purpose. The kind of truth that heaven whispers when the world is too loud. Let this next sentence land in the deepest part of you. You are stepping into a season where divine favor is about to embarrass everything that tried to break you. God isn't just going to restore you quietly. He's going to make it visible, public, undeniable. Even the people who misunderstood you will start feeling convicted just by watching your life shift. That's not karma, that's kingdom justice. That's Michael carrying out what God already signed off in heaven. You'll know the moment it starts. There will be a small but undeniable shift, a quiet miracle. Maybe someone offers help when you didn't even ask. Maybe money shows up in the exact moment you felt lack. Maybe you get a message, a phone call, a new opportunity that feels too well timed to be coincidence. That's how heaven works. When you say yes, miracles start to organize themselves around your surrender. But here's the part that most people miss. When the blessing begins, so does the testing. Don't get confused. When you start receiving light, darkness often tries one last time to pull you back. It'll come in the form of old triggers, strange delays, misplaced guilt. You'll ask yourself, am I really ready for this? That's when you must stand in your spiritual authority and say what Michael has been waiting for you to declare. Yes, I am ready. Yes, I trust God. Yes, I receive. Say it now out loud. Even if you whisper it, that sound becomes a key. That sound unlocks timing. That sound signals to the realm around you that you're not just wishing anymore. You're walking into faith, into healing, into protection that surrounds you like invisible fire. 3 days, 2 things gone, 1 major arrival. That's the divine math of what's unfolding. And if you've been seeing repeating numbers, don't ignore them. 111, 333, 444. That's not just numerology, that's angelic code. Each number is a frequency, a flash of guidance, heaven's way of saying we're here. Keep going. You're not crazy, you're just waking up. You've carried too much alone. This message, it's a hand on your shoulder, a voice in your spirit, a sign that the carrying is ending. Archangel Michael doesn't just remove enemies. He restores the space they occupied with peace. You're about to feel what it's like to sleep without fear, to move without overthinking, to love without doubting your worth. That is what's being gifted now. You don't have to earn it. You just have to stay open. And listen, the lawyer. We haven't even seen what they will unlock yet. They're bringing something with them that changes your future trajectory. Maybe an opportunity, maybe a release, maybe a document or a conversation that redefines the story you thought you were stuck in. But they are coming on time, heaven's time, not your calendar, but God's. Here's your next divine instruction. Do not argue with what leaves in the next 3 days. Let it go. You don't need to convince it to stay. If it's being removed, trust it's for your protection. And once it leaves, don't fill the space with fear. Fill it with faith. Say, God, I welcome what you're sending. I won't question it anymore. I surrender fully now. And when the urge to isolate comes, fight it. This is not the time to go silent. Stay in connection with people who feed your soul. Listen to messages like this. Let divine energy continue flowing to you and through you. You're more sensitive right now than usual because you're spiritually dilated. You're in the labor room of your next life chapter. And yes, it's uncomfortable, but oh, the beauty that's about to be birthed through you. And let me remind you again, if this message is reaching your heart, then pause and subscribe. You were meant to receive this. Don't close this door. Let more messages like this keep lighting your path. You're not supposed to walk this road alone, and you don't have to. And now, breathe deep. Feel your chest rise. That's the breath of someone who made it, someone who didn't let the heartbreak stop their hope, someone who survived what others didn't see. You have no idea how many angels surrounded you when you were crying in secret. No idea how often Michael stood guard while your spirit slept. Heaven saw everything. Every false accusation, every betrayal, every moment you were kind when you could have been cruel, every tear you wiped in silence. It was not wasted. None of it. It has accumulated, and now the heavens are tipping that cup, and what's going to pour out over your life will feel like a divine flood of favor, of direction, of protection so strong you'll laugh at what used to keep you up at night. So, my dear soul, don't doubt this moment. Don't downplay what's happening just because it feels unfamiliar. Of course it feels new. You've never walked in this kind of authority before. Of course it feels strange. This is the realm of miracles, and miracles never follow logic. But you were born for this. You were chosen for this. Archangel Michael isn't just near, he's activated. He's leading you through the passage now. And once you step through this doorway, the one that opens within the next 72 hours, you'll never go back to who you were before this message. Close your eyes for a moment, just breathe and say quietly, Michael, I trust God. I receive heaven. I'm listening. That's all you need. The light is already breaking through. The story is already rewriting itself, and the next chapter begins with one simple truth. You were not supposed to know this until now. Yes, let's complete what heaven started. You're not just hearing a story. You're living through a divine unveiling, and now the final layer is ready to reveal itself. Stay with me, because this is the part your soul has been aching for. Archangel Michael is not done speaking. He's just getting louder, not in volume, but in clarity. The spiritual fog that's been confusing your next move is starting to lift, and you'll notice this in the most unexpected way. Your instincts will sharpen. You'll begin to just know who to trust, who to pull closer, who to let go of. No explanation needed. The veil is thinning, and your discernment is no longer optional. It's essential because what you're stepping into isn't just an answered prayer. It's an entirely new season of your life, one where you're no longer the wounded one but the warrior. You didn't suffer for nothing. That pain had purpose. You were being trained in fire. You were learning to hear heaven in the silence, to see signs in the smallest things, to walk through hell and still carry heaven in your eyes. That's why you were chosen, not because you were the strongest, but because even in your weakness, you still believed. Even when everything collapsed, you still whispered, "God, I'm holding on." And that whisper, that's the sound that echoed through eternity and pulled Michael to your side. Now, I need you to prepare. There is a moment coming very soon, maybe within the next 36 hours, when you will be asked to make a choice. It may not look dramatic. It may come quietly, but it will hold weight. Choose alignment. Choose peace. Choose the open door, even if it scares you, because fear will try to mask itself as logic. It will say, "Stay safe," but heaven will say, "Step now." Listen to the voice that brings peace, not the one that brings panic. And if you're wondering, will I really be able to feel all of this? Yes, you already are. That heavy feeling in your chest, that's the weight of transformation pressing into you. That flicker of energy in your arms or spine, that's spiritual activation. You're being rewired. You're being upgraded. Your body is catching up to your spirit. You are moving into a timeline where things happen fast. Fast shifts, fast clarity, fast favor. But you'll still feel safe. That's how you know it's God. And this must be said before we close. Someone from your bloodline prayed for this moment. Maybe it was your grandmother. Maybe someone you've never met. But their voice reached heaven before yours did. Their prayers made way for you to survive when you didn't think you could. That's why you're still breathing. You're the answer to someone else's cry. And now you are the beginning of a new generational pattern, not of pain, but of peace, not of trauma, but of triumph. So when the two things vanish, the ones Michael warned you about, don't panic. Smile. It's confirmation. It means the activation has begun. The lawyer is moving. The angels are organizing. The breakthrough is accelerating. And you're being positioned. You're about to be placed in a seat that fits your true spirit, not the version you shrank yourself into to make others comfortable. Let me tell you one last thing and let this settle into your soul. You are not crazy for believing in signs. You are not silly for talking to God out loud. You are not weak for crying during prayer. You are real. You are chosen. You are known by name in heaven. And right now, the divine is leaning closer to you than ever before. You may hear your name being whispered in dreams. You may see flashes of light when you close your eyes. You may feel someone standing next to you in a quiet room. Don't fear it. Say, Michael, I know it's you. I'm ready. And when you say that, expect something wild to shift within minutes. This is the closing moment of this message, but it's only the beginning of what heaven is doing. Your life is about to become a living testimony, not of how strong you were, but of how deeply God stepped in. People will ask, what changed? You won't even know how to explain it. You'll just say something sacred happened. I was chosen and everything shifted. So breathe now deeply. Let the tears fall if they come. Smile if joy rushes in. Shake if your body needs to release. There is no wrong response. Just know this. Archangel Michael stood up in heaven to protect you before you even opened this message. And now that you've seen it, now that you've heard what you weren't supposed to know until now, nothing will ever be the same. Heaven has spoken. Michael has moved. You have been warned, protected, and chosen. This is your sign. This is your moment. This is your miracle. Yes, let's walk slowly through this final breath of the message, not rushing it, not skipping over the sacred silence between the words, but letting every syllable sit inside your chest like a divine key unlocking something you thought was lost forever. Because here's the truth no one else saw, but heaven did. You've carried pain in places no one noticed. You smiled while drowning. You prayed even when your voice trembled. You gave your best to people who gave you their leftovers, and you still didn't give up. That is what moved the heavens. That's what made Archangel Michael say, enough. This one must be lifted. Not out of pity, but because your time has come, because your name has been written on the wind, and heaven is watching the clock. The countdown has already begun, and in 3 days, something sacred disappears, and something even more sacred replaces it. You may feel like you're standing at the edge of something right now, and that's because you are. Not a cliff, a crossing, a bridge between the old you and the real you. The you that God has been slowly carving out beneath every trial, every silence, every betrayal. You are not broken, you are becoming. And in just a short while, you will understand why everything had to unfold the way it did. There are angels surrounding you as you read this, not in some faraway dream, but right here in this room. They are not ghosts. They are not imaginations. They are witnesses, guardians, carriers of messages and blueprints and spiritual strategies you don't even realize you're being protected by. You think you're walking through life alone, but heaven has been flanking you the entire way, fending off attacks you didn't even feel. Why? Because God sees your heart, not your image, and your heart is ready now. That's why Michael was allowed to speak. That's why the veil was lifted. That's why the warning was sent. You were not supposed to know this until now. Let these final words seal something inside your soul. In 3 days, 2 things will be gone and you will not grieve. You will breathe because they were never your future. They were lessons, blocks, shadows. And now the light is breaking through. A powerful lawyer is coming. This person may not even know the full reason they're drawn to help you, but heaven does. They were positioned before you even thought to ask. Watch how easily they open doors. Watch how your energy calms around them. That is your sign. And after that, the days will not feel the same. Your dreams will begin to glow. You will wake up lighter. You will notice your appetite for chaos has vanished, and in its place, a hunger for peace, for truth, for stillness. That's not aging. That's spiritual maturity. That's God preparing you to live in what you prayed for without sabotaging it when it arrives. And when people ask what happened to you, you won't say much. You'll just smile, because how can you explain that an archangel reached through the veil, called you by name, and ripped off every chain that ever told you you're not worthy? That doesn't fit into small talk. That belongs in testimonies. That belongs in miracles. So now take one last moment with me. Hand over every fear, every what if, every unspoken why did they leave. Just let it fall. Drop it in the silence. Heaven is catching it. Michael is holding the pieces, and God is writing your next chapter in golden ink. And this time, the story ends in restoration. This time, you do not lose, you rise. Archangel Michael is still watching, still guiding, still guarding. And every time you doubt, remember this message. Play it again if you need to. Bookmark it in your heart. Let it live in your breath. And don't forget, you were not supposed to know this until now, but now that you do, your life will never be the same. Heaven is with you. Michael is near, and your miracle has already begun. Yes, let's take this final walk together, not as a goodbye, but as a beginning, because now your soul knows too much to go back to how it was. You've heard heaven. You've felt the tremble of truth inside you. You've been called out of hiding. And once heaven calls you by name, the darkness you were drowning in loses its power. Archangel Michael hasn't stepped back. He stepped in closer. Right now, even as your eyes read this, something invisible is anchoring around your spirit. A safety you can't explain, a peace that's louder than the noise around you. You don't need to force anything anymore. The days of begging, chasing, and proving are over. From this moment forward, what's meant for you will arrive with flow, not fear, with calm, not chaos, because heaven has cleared the way, and your steps are now being ordered by something greater than logic. You will start to see numbers aligning, people calling unexpectedly, objects around your home shifting, lights flickering. All of it is divine. Don't dismiss it. Don't rationalize it away. Heaven doesn't need to follow earthly rules. When angels move, they leave traces, and Michael, he leaves a trail of protection. He doesn't just deliver messages. He burns through the lies that were keeping you stuck. And the lawyer, yes, they're close. Whether it's a literal figure or a spiritual force clothed in human form, you will know them when they speak. Before I continue, my beloved child, allow me to pause, for there is a sacred secret I've kept just for you, and now is the moment I choose to reveal it. Your future self has a message for you now. It's a message from 2030. It's me, your future self. I've been waiting for you to hear this because it's important. I know how hard it's been, the stress, the sleepless nights, wondering if life will ever get easier. But I need you to know, everything you're struggling with right now isn't your fault. You've been doing the best you can with what you know. But there's something you haven't tried yet. And it's the one thing that changed my life forever. The 60-second prosperity prayer. This prayer rewired the way I think about money. It awakened a part of my brain that had been asleep, the part that notices opportunities and aligns with abundance. After just one recitation, things started to shift. Money flowed effortlessly. Doors I never knew existed opened wide. And now I live the life you've always dreamed of. I'm here because of you. The choice you make today will create the version of me that you're destined to become. Don't wait. Your future depends on it. Click the link in the description or comments section to unlock the secret of take the first step toward abundance today. My beloved child, now is the time to act. Step forward in faith. God bless you. Something in their tone will feel like truth wrapped in thunder. When they speak, it will feel like heaven is negotiating your freedom, because it is. You're not just being defended, you're being declared innocent. Every guilt you've carried that was never yours to begin with, it's being lifted. That's what Michael does. He doesn't just fight for you, he restores what the enemy tried to steal from your name. Now, listen carefully. This is the part that breaks chains. You are not broken. You never were. You were breaking open, cracking out of the mold life shoved you into. That pain wasn't punishment. It was a signal. You've outgrown your past. You've outgrown people who can't hear your soul. And that's okay. Let them go. Let them talk. Let them wonder what happened to you. Because what happened was this: you remembered who you are. You're not weak, you're holy. You're not lost, you're being led. You're not behind, you're being hidden for the right moment. And that moment is now. Over the next few days, don't rush. Move with reverence. Wake up slowly. Pay attention to your feelings. If something feels off, trust it. If something feels divine, honor it. You are being guided with the precision of heaven. Every encounter is purposeful. Every pause is holy. And every release, no matter how sudden, is mercy disguised as movement. You will notice people reacting differently to you. Some may feel drawn, others may pull away. That's not rejection, that's reflection. Your light is getting stronger. It's exposing what doesn't match. That's not your fault, that's your confirmation. Let the mismatch walk. Let the miracle arrive. And now, in this final breath of the message, I want to give you this. Put your hand over your heart. Close your eyes if you can and say this out loud, even if your voice shakes. I allow what heaven has for me. I release what no longer belongs. I trust Archangel Michael. I trust God. And I know my miracle is not coming. It has begun. Let that settle. Let that vibrate through your body like thunder through the bones of the earth. You are not just hearing words, you're absorbing light. You're being wrapped in a presence too holy to be denied. And when you sleep tonight, something may happen. A dream, a visit, a stirring. Don't be afraid. That's your confirmation. That's heaven showing up to finish what it started. You've received the message. You've heard the warning. You've been touched by the divine. The lawyer is coming. The two things are vanishing. The season is shifting. You are ready now, and all of heaven is watching you rise. This is your final sign. This is your crossing point, and nothing after this will be the same. If you ever doubt this moment again, come back, read this. Let these words call you home again and again. And if this message moved something deep in you, then don't let it disappear. Pause and subscribe. Stay connected. Messages like this are lifelines, and heaven will continue speaking if your heart remains open to receive. You were not supposed to know this until now, but now you do. And because of that, the miracle begins.